Hi, Erica from Botanical Clothing, and I'm going to show you how to finish the neckline of a shirt. So for starters, I'm going to assume you already cut out your pattern. What I'm going to do at this step is sew the shoulder seams together, nothing else. So if you open it up, it's going to look like this. The part we're now going to work on is sewing bias tape all around this neckline, which is going to finish it and make it look professional. It's going to lay flat, and it'll just make it look nice and clean. When you cut out bias tape, you are essentially cutting out a strip that's the same length as your neckline is. So for instance, if you have a pattern, it will probably give you something like this so you know how long it should be. I generally find that a 1 inch width for bias tape works for me best. If you're doing like a self-drafted pattern, you can easily just lay it out like this to figure out how long you want your tape to be. Take your measuring tape and just hold it up and go around the whole exterior of the neckline until you have the full circumference. Once you've joined your shoulder seams, we're gonna work on the bias tape. This is my fabric that I have here. And this is the selvage. The selvage is the part that is on the sides going with the fabric lengthwise. So it's usually got that finished edge on it. That's the selvage. It would seem to make sense to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna cut a strip 1 inch long here and that should be fine. And I even did it that way thinking, what difference does it make? Well, it makes a big difference. So if you test it, look at this. If you pull on this, it doesn't have any stretch. This isn't stretchy fabric, but if you pull it like this, see that? It stretches. So you want your fabric to be cut on the bias. And when I say the bias, that means diagonal, basically. It's going to give you the most stretch movement like this. Okay, I've cut out my bias tape. You can see, kind of stretchy, even though this is woven fabric and it doesn't have any stretch in it. And so the next step I like to do is press in on one of the sides of this just to make it easier. Okay, so I've pressed my bias tape and as you can see, I'm just pressing almost halfway just along this one side. Make sure you pay attention to which is the front and which is the back of your garment, and make sure we are doing right side facing up. So that's the fabric side that you're gonna see. Take your bias tape and pin it for a starting point at the center of the back of the neck. So we're gonna pin it right there. The right side of the bias tape is also facing the right side of the garment. So the part that you pressed is showing up. So you can see that pressed edge right there. And we're gonna take this over to the sewing machine and we're going to do a stitch right along the edge all the way around. Now that we have these two pieces at the end, we've sewn all the way around, we need to take these two little ends and we're going to go like this. We're going to pair them up, right sides together. So it kind of looks like that. Take a pin and I'm going to go like this. See that? So now I can see where the head of the needle is. I need to sew along here to finish this up. And the last step for this part is you're going to now take those two pieces that you joined and you're going to close up this last stretch around the neck. So now the whole thing is sewn all the way around and this is nice and clean on the right side. Now we're going to go along the curve of the neckline and we're going to cut a couple of notches just to make it have a little bit better movement. So it can kind of do that. Now that I have the bias tape attached to my shirt, I'm going to take this. I'm going to, if you see, this is the right side. So we're going to take a stitch and we're going to go all the way along this, very close to where the bias tape and the shirt connect. We're going to sew a stitch all the way around that part. Starting at the neckline on the back again, where we join those two pieces together. Make sure that we're not catching any of the outer edge here. We're going to sew all along here. And we're going to keep it flat though. We're not closing anything up entirely yet. And we're going to catch this underneath piece along with this. So now that I've done that, it's going to look something like this up close. We haven't closed this part off yet, but we've got this stitch all the way around the edge here. My last step is to take this neck band and I'm going to, remember how I said to press it initially a little bit over? It's going to make life a little easier right now. So this is the wrong side of the fabric. We're going to take it and we're going to fold it over once. You can pin it if you'd like all along, and it's going to look like this. So we're going to have a clean edge. This is being tucked under, and we're going to sew that. Ta-da! As you can see, it's laying flat. Everything looks clean. There you have it. All right, well, that's how you finish a neckline on a shirt. I hope you found that helpful. You can also use this method if you're doing a sleeveless shirt or a tank top. You can finish the inside of the armholes with this method as well. And that's it. If you have any questions, ask, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks, bye.